Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. And today I'd like to share a new bracelet design using new charms from this year's winter collection. And I've managed to combine in a few oldies as well. So the bracelet is inside this pink jewelry box here. And opening it up, here it is at the bottom. So I am using a smooth bracelet. It's a bracelet that does not have any clip stations at all. And here's a quick overview of the design, and I'm sure you can spot the new charms from this year's winter collection. But let me just go over all of these charms with you, starting at the clasp. This first charm is an oldie. I think it's just called Snowflake. You've got that light blue CZ in the middle of all that oxidization. How Pandora created that snowflake design is very pretty for the time. And this is an oldie charm, so it is threaded and it is quite heavy in comparison to some of the other charms. And then this next one beside it is called Illuminating Stars, and Pandora created this one also in blue with blue stars and CZs, and this one's a little bit different because it's that soft creamy enamel. I think they call that silver enamel. And you got the star cutouts on the side, and then it repeats on both. And then my first dangle here, this one is still available with Pandora. It's the Double Dangle Tree and Galaxy Moon. It has that standard CZ bail, but take a look at the tree and the moon. Do you see that the leaves on the trees are actually stars? And they're all different shapes. Some of them are solid, some of them are just the outline. And then you've got the CZs for the moon. And then the little disc underneath kind of has like a galaxy formation, but it forms a heart. Isn't that sweet? I think that's a really nice detail. And then you've got the silver stars on top. And of course there's an inscription at the back, and the inscription says, "Love you to the moon and back," and it's the cutout moon. So just a heads up that this dangle is currently 50% off in a bracelet set that Pandora has right now in the last chance section. So you get the bracelet, 2 clips, and this dangle, and it's quite affordable. It was only like $80 some. So if it gets restocked, keep an eye out for this one. The next charm on here also has that creamy silver enamel. It's called Planet of Love. So you've got the ring that goes around the planet, and then the cutout hearts, and it repeats on both sides. And I really like this charm. It's a nice size, but it's not too large, and it just really hangs pretty on a bracelet. And then we come to the first of the charms from this year's winter collection. It's the Murano, the Shooting Star Murano, and it's got that grooved glass. It's a clear glass that's on top of gold foil at the base. And then you have a CZ star that's like a shooting star on either side. And some of these are a little bit more grooved and darker than others. And this is my first of the Muranos. You can see right there, you can see the join of the foil, and it's pretty minimal. The camera is making it more obvious, but some of these Muranos, it's a lot more obvious, and others it does blend a little bit better. And this is another new release, and it's called Love Rocket. And do you see the little cutout stars and then the little bolts at the top of the rocket? And that's at the top profile. The bottom profile, you can see all of the CZs, how Pandora did different colors. I love that they did that, from pink, purple, blue, green, and then flipping it over, you can see how it repeats the pattern on both sides. And then you've got 2 star dangles on it. And that's really nice too, because if they put 3, it wouldn't stand out that well. But one thing to note about this new charm is it is quite lightweight, because it's hollow from the tip to the bottom. It's completely hollow. So it is a very lightweight charm. I don't feel that it's super delicate, but it is quite a bit lighter, say in comparison to some of the older Pandora charms. But this is how it looks together. I really like it with the Planet of Love and the other star themes as well. And then we have an oldie, and this one is called Golden Stars. Look at the large amount of 14 karat gold in this charm. But Pandora kind of gave it an oxidized deep oxidized background on this charm. You can kind of see the hallmarks creeping through there. And they gave that nice deep dark background to really make that gold pop out. And then they did a layering effect with silver as well. They did such a fantastic job on this two-tone. And I also wanted to show how when the bracelet's a little bit curved, like it is when you wear it on your wrist, do you see how the charm surrounding the love rocket, it just kind of cups it together nicely? The love rocket is a great shape just to add a little bit of interest, and I really like how it fits in between charms. Next on the bracelet is the Astronaut in the Galaxy, and this one was in the clearance sale for 50% off, and I believe it's been on Rue La La, or might even still be on Rue La La. And look at the bail on this one with the stars, and then he's holding a star, like he's hanging on to it like a shooting star, just like that Murano. And then to his helmet, do you see that blue swirl? Do you see that right there? Isn't that a nice detail? My only criticism to this charm is I think the legs look a little bit funny. I don't know why, but every time I see Pandora trying to recreate legs, it looks a little funny to me, but that's probably just my personal thought there. But his legs are a little bit bent. You've got his astronaut boots, and it's a really nice charm. And even from the back, you have a CZ for kind of his space pack. I'm gonna call that his space pack at the back. And then you can see the groove lines at the bottom of his boots. So that's a nice extra detail that Pandora did. This charm here is called Trip to the Galaxy, and I don't know what it is about this charm, but it is one of my favorites that I have in my celestial theme. And you've got the rocket ship, and the rocket ship is either a CZ or a crystal, I can't really tell. And then you've got that raised ring over the pattern, but they did a little extra enamel detail underneath that ring. And then the big CZ star, and then you can see how it's kind of cut out there. It's just attached to some edges, so you can see through the charm. You've got different stars and a moon. And then in the back, you have some glitter and some swirls, and it just looks like outer space with another large CZ star. So this charm, I just absolutely love it. And I think it looks really good next to the Astronaut. So it's in the center of my bracelet, right up there with the gold star. And then another charm that I'm super into, and I've always liked this one, is Cosmo Tommy. I don't know what it is about Cosmo Tommy, but he's been a favorite of mine, and I keep creating different bracelet designs with him in the center. And he's got that nice glowy helmet, and he's got a little heart badge. And he's a chunky charm. Like, you can see how chunky he is in comparison to some of the others, and even in comparison to Love Rocket. But he's in the center of this bracelet, Cosmo Tommy. And then I have another one of these Muranos, the Shooting Star Muranos. And this one is fairly consistent as well. I've got one little dark dot there, but that doesn't show up when you're not on camera. And so that's how I know that this is my newer one and this is my first one. And I think they're a good set. And here's another oldie. This one is called Star Flower, but I think I've heard of it called other names as well in different regions. And you've got the 14 karat gold, and it's surrounding, it looks like a golden shade of CZ. I don't think those are diamonds, but you also have some 14 karat gold there. So it's a nice combination of silver, oxidization, gold, and it just really stands out very pretty on a bracelet, and it looks really good combined in with the gold star. And then I've got another dangle, and this one is called Friendship Star. So again, you've got that creamy enamel background, which I think is really different because Pandora does usually stick to the blues, of course, with the celestial theme. You've got that same CZ bail, and then one simple star right in the center. And I believe this one has an inscription, and it does. It says, "My friend, a star." This charm right here is called Pearlescent Dreams. Pandora did this in this nice creamy color and also in a light pink. And do you see how there's CZ surrounded by silver, but CC's inside are almost like faceted. They really stand out and they shine pretty. And I believe there's, yes, there is the heart right there. And then the rest are round. And then I just have a starburst clip at the end because this is a smooth clasp bracelet. So you can see that there's no threading at the end of the bracelet. So without a clip, all the charms would just slide off. And here's how the bracelet looks on my wrist. So leave me a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. And if you have any suggestions for me on this bracelet design, I would also love to hear those. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Take care. Bye-bye.